okay, this is an experiment, and it's also a way of playing with my camera, and what else am I going to do with it? So here we go. I'm going to record the bits that I write for the blog and see if anybody finds it interesting. Now, one of the challenges of micropayments has always been that the transaction costs very quickly exceed the transaction value. And that makes a hell of a lot of sense for anybody who wants to get into the transaction business, but it's totally stupid for the rest of us. And in fact, I've never understood why telcos, which have already long ago solved the problem of micropayments, didn't put their transaction systems at the service of everybody else online so that they could make themselves a bundle handling those transactions. Well, actually, that's not strictly true, because I do know why the telcos haven't done that. It meant losing control of the very thing that mattered most to them, and that's the services on the network. As soon as they encourage others to use their payment system, they're implicitly encouraging those others to create services that the telco itself doesn't own, and that was always going to be anathema to them. So, once again, they get trumped, and this is the story that's on the blog. It says, PayPal makes its platform go global and has Microsoft's endorsement. And the story goes, with years in e-commerce, PayPal, the micropayment service, plans to take a chance with cloud computing. It's ready to embrace apps from third-party developers, including those up to, say, social gaming, and to enable them to have PayPal payment options in the apps right when they start, which removes the barriers of currency and devices and having to find a website and figuring out, all that rubbish that just wastes time and once again exceeds the transaction value that we want to make. So they can make secure payments in a much quicker way straight out of the app, and that seems to make sense. PayPal will start its training session for its new platform, PayPal X, shortly, and has already got an endorsement from Microsoft. So that'll be interesting. Are we going to be able to buy a copy or get a copy of, let's say, Office, and then make micropayments based on whether or not we think this is okay? Given the number of times I wind up screaming at my computer because something's not working, that could be a bit of a challenge. On the other hand, might push all the software developers into making stuff that we can really use all the time for the things we actually want to do. Anyway, if they can enable us all to embed a payment option ourselves, such as, why don't we flick Earl 20 cents for an interesting post, or that YouTube video was worth 10 cents and here, have the money, and especially if they can make it simple enough for bunnies like me to use, they'll be onto something really interesting.